What you guys, today we're taking a look at how to reset the Windows password completely free using Ubuntu. Now Ubuntu is free and you can use it to, believe it or not, reset your local account password in Windows, and I'll show you how to do it. There's a lot of software companies out there that want to charge you money to reset a Windows password, but you don't need to, and there's quite a few ways of going about doing this. So I thought I'd show you a real simple way of doing this using Ubuntu Live CD. You're not installing Ubuntu on your PC, you're just downloading the ISO file and then creating a bootable USB flash drive and then boot to that and using it to reset the password. So go to Ubuntu's website like I'll show you here and download the ISO file, and once you get that you can get yourself Rufus and create a bootable USB flash drive. Now there's quite a few ways of making a bootable USB flash drive. This is just one of the ways of doing it. So head over to Rufus's website. It's another piece of free software. Come down until you see the installation files. You can either use a portable one, which I'm going to use in this case. You can see here, down here, there's portable and standard. Let's go ahead and download the portable version. And I'm going to close this ad out and let that download. Once that's downloaded, we can have our USB flash drive plugged into our computer. You are going to need to have another computer to create a bootable USB flash drive using this method. Now there is free ways of doing it using Utilman as well, built into Windows, and I'll show you how to do that. If you want to see that, let me know in the comment section below. It requires a bit of a hack inside the command prompt, but basically what we're going to do here is use the Ubuntu method. So let's select our Ubuntu ISO here. The partition scheme needs to be GPT or MBR, depending on how old your PC is. This is a brand new PC, so you would need GPT if that was the case. If it's an older PC and you've got an older type BIOS, you can use MBR if you wish. Let's go ahead and leave that on GPT and UEFI non-CSM. Leave FAT32 selected if you want, and then click right in ISO image mode recommended. So leave that as is, and it's going to erase all the data on that USB flash drive. So click OK, and it will then install Ubuntu on that USB flash drive. Once that's done, we can then continue to boot to that USB flash drive. You will need to go into the BIOS and change the boot order to boot to that USB flash drive. Now before we continue, let's have a quick word from today's video sponsor, CD Key Sales. If you're looking for a cheap Windows 11 or cheap Windows 10 Pro OEM key, then check out the links in the video description. Use my promo code R09 and apply that to your order and get a 30% discount on all of your purchases. Submit your order and use PayPal, and then head over to the activation center in Windows and activate your version of Windows and remove that annoying watermark. It's that simple. Okay, so let's get back to the tutorial. We're going to be booting up here to our USB flash drive, and there we have our Ubuntu, and it says install Ubuntu or try Ubuntu. We want to try Ubuntu because we don't want it installing on our system. So make sure you click on Try Ubuntu. Choose your language and click Try Ubuntu. And once we've got that done, it's going to start loading up Ubuntu onto our computer here. So this will load up into memory here. And there we go. We are now at the desktop of Ubuntu. So what we need to do here first is go down to the bottom here, and we're going to click on the little dot down the bottom, and you can see here where it says Software Updater. Click on this, and it will then populate this window here. Hit Settings, and then once you're in Settings, go to Ubuntu Software. You need to use this check mark here for the community maintained free and open source software, and then once you click Close, it will say Reload, and it will refresh the software cache. This is important, otherwise you will not be able to install the actual software onto this. So once we've done this, we need to download the software. So let's go ahead and right click on the desktop and open up a terminal. And from here, we can type out this command here, sudo space at dash get space install space CHNTPW, push enter, and this will download and install the software that we need to reset our password. That's now installed nicely. We can now close off the terminal window. And what we're going to do then is navigate to the location on our Windows-based system inside here. So click on the SSD icon here. If you've got an SSD, if you've got a hard drive, it will show that there. And we're going to navigate to this location right here, which I'm showing you on the screen right now. It's Windows System32 and config, and this is where the SAM file is located. This is where all of our user accounts and passwords are stored inside here. So let's go into the config folder, and down here you should see a folder called SAM right here, and this is where it's stored, and we need to use this to reset our password. So right click on a blank space inside that folder and open up a terminal in that location. You will now see we are in that location, and what we now need to do is type out our commands to reset our password in that location right here. So you can see here we're going to be typing CHN TPW space -L and then space SAM, all capital letters like that. So let's go ahead and do that. And once you've done that, push enter, and you should now see all of the user accounts on that computer. You can see here we've got administrator and Britec. The Britec account is the one that I want to reset the password on. So we'll need to put another command in here to reset that. And this is on the bottom of the screen here, CHN TPW space -U space your username for what your account is, not mine, and then space SAM in capital letters. Push enter, and now we can push 1 to clear the user password on that account, and push enter on that. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and push 1. And once we've done this, we can now push Q to quit editing the user and the user account that we've selected. So let's go ahead and put Q in and push enter. And once we've done this, it's going to want to confirm, do we want to overwrite the hive file, which is our SAM file. I'm going to say type Wi-Fi yes, and it's now overwritten that file. You can see SAM OK. And now we can close all this off and restart our PC. You can remove your flash drive, go back into your BIOS and change your boot order back to your Windows directory rather than your USB flash drive if you went in and done it that way. So once we've done that, we can now power this off. I'm going to go ahead and do this all off camera, and then we can now close off by pushing enter here. And this will shut down and remove all of the files that it used. And now we can boot up to our operating system right here, and we should boot straight into Windows because we cleared that password. And there we go, we're back at the desktop of our system for free without paying for any software. There's a lot of companies out there that are trying to promote you to buy their software to reset Windows passwords, when really you can just use Ubuntu, which is free. And again, it's surprising how we have to use Linux to reset our password on a Windows-based system. Anyway, but that said, my name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to wish everyone a happy weekend, and I'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks again. Bye for now.